Can I ask you if you've got blue eyes or other eyes?
Blue.
Blue. Okay. And can you put this label on you somewhere?
Of course I can, yeah.
Yeah. And brilliant. You've got blue eyes. Can you just go and sit over there then?
Yeah,
And we'll
sure.
go and bring you upstairs in a second.
Okay.
What's your surname? Q. And do you have blue eyes or other? Blue. Okay.
Lovely friend.
There you go. And so you can go and sit over with the blue eyes over there.
Okay, thank you.
Could you tell me whether you've got blue eyes or other? Okay. Could you just put this on your
Sure.
jacket or jumper somewhere, and just you can take a seat over the side there?
Oh, over here?
Yes, we'll bring you up to the room in a couple of minutes. Thank you. Do you have blue eyes or brown eyes or other?
Both family, yeah.
Okay, so go for other then. Could you put this on you somewhere? And I'll give you this. And if you just stand over here, and someone will bring you up to the room in a second.
Today's event is really allowing people to understand how their personal biases affect how they think, how they behave, and how that ultimately impacts the workplace in a negative or a positive way, and how they have control over that so that they can engage their people to be the most productive they can be, so they can be as competitive or give the best service possible, because people want to be there, and from their own motivation will go that extra mile, or the discretionary effort is given to make a difference and make things better.
And tell me a little bit about where the idea came from. I know you were showing the video there.
We, a business in the community, work with companies to help them to attract a diverse workforce, and we do a lot of training around prejudice really. We came across the social experiment with Jane Elliott a number of years ago, and we use that when we're trying to give people a higher level of self-awareness around how you behave based on what Jane Elliott as a teacher did in a classroom 40 years ago with 7-year-old children, how their performance improved or didn't improve, and how they treated each other completely differently, from being lovely kids to being what she describes as nasty, discriminating children.
Of course, this event had happened at registration. People were asked what colour their eyes were, and then they were treated in very different ways.
Yes, so as soon as people came in, we segregated them into the colour of their eyes, brown eyes or blue eyes. Blue eyes were brought upstairs into a lovely room, nice and warm, bit of music, pastries, tea. The brown eyes were brought into a barren room, no seats, no information about anything, and left really to sit for 30 to 40 minutes before they were brought up and an explanation given, and they didn't look terribly happy. It's certainly been a really great start to the day. People are thinking already, and it's that learning thing when you do experience it yourself. It means so much more, because these guys are HR professionals, senior managers, and they know that it's the right thing to do. But if you let them feel it, then they're more likely to really understand what they could do to make a difference themselves.
Well, the reason today's event was so important for the Commission was that it touched on the three of the key areas in the terms of the equality agenda that are crucial to us. They include disability, sex equality and carers. And we now know nowadays that disability discrimination, particularly discrimination against people with mental health disabilities, is a very crucial issue and is on the rise, relating to issues, for example, like additional stress in the workplace and companies being under additional pressure to perform and reach targets. And the knock-on effect of that is then that people's mental health is suffering, and people then have to assert their rights within the workplace. But also of interest was the issue of carers, and we can see recently that this is an issue on the government's agenda in terms of its childcare proposals. But we also looked at the role of women, and there is a view amongst some that gender equality's been here for 30, 40 years now, and it's a done deal. Of course it's not. And an increasing issue we see now in the workplace is women returning to work and their job not being there, or their job having been changed to the extent that in effect it's not there and they're out of a job. So these are very important issues, and we hope that we've given employers key guidance on them today which will assist them.
So really what I wanted to do was bring together all the aspects of today to look at inclusion through talent management, and really wanted to look at three key areas. One was what is talent in an organisation, and how do people identify both their current talent as well as where it's coming from in the future. If they do manage to get that talent into the workplace, then how do they create the culture that allows those people to develop and thrive? And then thirdly, then when you've got that sort of talent in, you've got the culture, what processes do you need? What talent management processes really work to enable people to become what they can possibly be, and to really develop into the roles that the organisation needs, not just now but also in the future.